Shalom, Yasha'Allah, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Yasha'Allah. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakah Kadash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwathium that's keeping the faith and the works. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. More precepts. All right, these precepts are relevant to the day. Tomorrow, a lot of y'all gonna, make sure you go to the polls or whatever to vote for your oppressor. So, I just wanted to go over precepts as it pertains to the matter. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. All I'm saying and all I'm doing is, if you are a believer in the scriptures, the Holy Bible, then these are precepts pertaining to the situation at hand. All right? So we're going to start in the book of, there's a pop up. So like Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 15. All right? It says, Salakia. It says, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh thy power shall choose, one from among thy brethren thou shalt set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. Right? That's a commandment that we're supposed to be following. But we've been deprogrammed of who we are. So we don't know this and we don't believe this. Right? One of the most ignorant things I've ever heard as it pertains to voting is voting for the lesser of two evils, which is absolute madness to me, man. That's the equivalent to, I say this all the time, someone putting two pistols to your head. One is a 40 caliber and the other is a 50 caliber. And they telling you to choose which one to use to blow your brains out. And you say, I take the 40 because I might survive that. How about we not choose either? Right? How about we stay alive? Right? How about we make the person think? Right? That's the most retarded thing I've ever heard in my life. But a lot of people say that, and they say that with pride. Right? So, according to the scripts, we're not supposed to place other nations over us because they're not going to have our best interests at heart. Right? Now, this book that I own, I've been reading up on her, and I found out some very interesting things. And like I said before, look, I suggest you get this book. It's a lot of information in this book. All right, a lot of information in this book as it pertains to what's going on nowadays. All right, but the name of the book is called The Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion. All right, and the chapters, or one of the chapters I'm going to read is called Methods of Conquest. All right, Methods of Conquest, page 22 in Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion. Right. It says, What good is a constitution to the proletariat, which is laborer, right, or the working force, right? It says, what good is a constitution to the working force if they get no other advantage from it except the crumbs we throw them from our table in return for their votes to elect our agents, right? Basically, the Constitution does not pertain to you, right? And this is well-known fact because you're not high enough in this society for it to pertain to you, right? If you are lower class, nothing about you matters, man. The only thing that matters from you is your back. That's it. Your muscles. That is all. And your unwavering loyalty to an oppressor that oppresses you for profit and for pleasure. Right? Like I said, this is a deep book, man. Right? Or page 23 in the same book. It says, let me see. Our strength lies in keeping the working man in perpetual want and impotence, because by so doing, he falls under our power and is unable to find either the strength or energy to rise up against us. Right? Because you so beat down with life and they make it that way. And you volunteer it with no question, even though people show you facts about the matter. You've been so brainwashed that you just push that to the side, put your head down, and truck forward. All right? That's a sad existence, man. For real, for real. All right? So I'm going to go to one more page or one more excerpt from this book, and then I'm going to go back into scripts, man. This is page 52 in the book entitled Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion. In the chapter Preparing for War, Preparing for Power, right? It's called Preparing for Power. Page 52. It says, in order to obtain an absolute majority, we must induce everybody to vote without discriminating between classes. Such a majority would never be obtained from educated classes or from a society divided into castes. So, educated people have nothing to do with this system because we see the system. Right? So, once again, I'm not telling anybody to do anything, because at the end of the day, the Most High controls our steps. Proverbs 20:24. How can a man then understand his own way? You're going to do what you're going to do, whether it be wicked or righteous. Like I said from the jump, if you are a follower of the Holy Bible and the scriptures inside, I am merely showing you what it says about the situation at hand. And I'm also providing you other literature to prove the point. All right? A few more scripts, man, and I'm gonna wrap this up. All right. Go to the book of Judith, chapter 5 and verse 19. Let's see. Okay. Well, actually, I'm gonna start at 17. So the book of Judith, chapter 5 and verse 17. It says, "And whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because the power that hateth iniquity was with them." Now the them is us, right? So these other nations know that when we sin, we have no power, right? Because our power hates iniquity. Iniquity is sin. Sin is the transgression of the law, right? That's 1 John 3 and 4, right? So these other nations, they know who we are, and they know how to keep us at a lower state, right? Verse 18, it says, "But when they departed from the way which he appointed them," right? Like we just read in Deuteronomy 17, right? It says, "They were destroyed in many battles, very sore," right? The protesting, right? The going up against the judicial system, right? The several years of voting and us still being in the same situations, right? It says, "And were led captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies." Verse 19, it says, "But now are they returned to their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate." All right, so verse 20. "Now therefore, my Lord and Governor," so he's summarizing everything he just said. It says, "If there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them." Right? It says, "But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world." Right? And the Most High has blessed us with that spirit to understand this thing. Right? We fully understand that we're in this situation. It's a every 4 year thing, every 2 year thing, every 3 year thing, every 1 year thing. They have you go out and vote. They push it and push it and push it, not understanding us. We're not understanding that we're voting for their agents, the people that they put in place to keep us in a certain mindset and to keep us in a certain place in society, because they know that to us is sin. Right? Who are these people and where did they get this from? Is this Senate and government thing something that's brand new with America? Of course not. Let's prove that though. Let's see. Book of First Maccabees, chapter 8 and verse 1. It says, "Now Judas had heard of the fame of the Romans," right? The Romans, right? The same people that crucified our Lord Yahweh Shai, right? It says that they were mighty and valiant men, and such as would lovingly accept all that joined themselves unto them, and make a league of amity with all that came unto them. Right? So the origins of Rome, we were tight with them. Right? We were cool with the Romans, man. All right. So let's go into this Senate and this government that came with these people. Because this is the origin of the government that we see today. Let's see, I'm gonna go to verse. Let's see also. Verse 13. So First Maccabees chapter 8 verse 13 says also that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign, and whom again they displace. Finally, that they were greatly exalted. Right, so Rome rose to fame. Right, whoever they wanted to reign with them and be underneath the Roman Empire's grasp or rulership, hey, they welcome. Anybody else, hey, they put you out. You were down. All right. Verse 14. It says, yeah, for all this, none of them wore a crown or was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby. So they did their thing different. It wasn't a king that was ruling, right? They played it as though the people ruled, and whoever the people wanted to be spokesman for the nation, that's who that person became, right? And check this out. Verse 15, it says, moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house, wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people, to the end they might be well ordered. All right. So they got a Senate house, and the Senate house, the senators' job are to meet daily and discuss what the people should be doing. Right? Discuss population matters. Right? Verse 16, it says, and that they committed their government to one man every year, who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them. Right? So every year they would appoint someone, or they would vote someone into power. And that one man would rule for that year. All right? So let's fast forward this thing. All right, let's fast forward this thing. Because we living in a place that operates the same way. So this is Revelation 17 and verse 11. It says, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth and is of the seven. So this last beast is the seventh and the eighth. It's the same beast. Right? Let me start that over. Revelation 17:11. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the seventh, and goeth into perdition, meaning destruction. Right? Second Thessalonians 2, that man of sin be revealed, right? The son of perdition, then the end will come. The son of, okay, he's been exposed. Esau has been exposed. Now your system has been exposed, right? It's funny how people keep forgetting George Bush Jr. and the present day president, how their election went, how they lost the popular vote by a landslide, but they still won the presidency. The popular vote is the people's vote. The electoral college is what dictates a president. The electoral college goes per state, per county. Nine times out of 10, every state in the daughter of Babylon, right, as it pertains to so-called black and so-called white placement, so-called black is majority-wise in urban areas. Urban areas do not occupy the majority of space per state. Rural areas occupy the majority of space per state. Rural meaning the country. So if you ever wonder why the majority of us live in ghettos and hoods, it's all by design. Right? Verse 12, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. All right? One world, one government, right? Ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos, yeah. But guess what though? Very next verse, verse 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Straight like that, man. So, if you've been called, Most High willing, and you've been chosen, Most High willing, and you're faithful, Most High willing, this event that's about to take place, which is the election, has nothing to do with you. Right? Our king has already been nominated, man, and he rules and reigns. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and none else. Right? Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Malak Dawada. Alright? So, Most High willing, this video was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakakadash. Shalom, Yashala, Shalom.